Second balcony levels, vending machines and payphones are located only on the lower level. Assisted listening devices are available upon request. Please take time to note the exit clearly marked at the front and rear of the auditorium. If for some reason there is an emergency, please use these exits to vacate the building in an orderly fashion. For your safety and the safety of others, after exiting, please move away from the building as far as possible. Cameras or recording devices are not permitted in the auditorium. Please take the time now to silence all cell phones or beepers for thorough enjoyment of today's presentation by yourself and others.
How's everyone doing? Okay, like one person cheered. How's everyone doing? There we go. I am Alex Wisman. I'm one of the co-directors of PennApps. We have been working our butts off over the last few months to give you guys the best event that we could. I won't bore you guys anymore. Without further ado, here is Ron here to announce our keynote.
Thank you. Hey everyone, it's a real pleasure to have you here. I would like to, please allow me to introduce Ms. Danielle Cohn. She's our keynote speaker from Comcast. And I would like to say a few words about her. Sorry. Okay, so Danielle is responsible for curating and celebrating Comcast's spirit of entrepreneurship by building more awareness of the many programs and resources throughout the company that foster innovation in the communication that Comcast serves. This includes directing Comcast's ongoing engagement with and support of startups, incubators, co-working entrepreneurs, as well as programs that inspire current and potential Comcast talent. She was present with the Philadelphia Public Relations Association Hall of Fame in 2014, named one of the 40 under 40 to watch by the Philadelphia Business Journal in 2012, and among the list of 101 emerging connectors named by Leadership Philadelphia in 2008. As Vice President of Marketing and Communications for the Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau for more than a decade, she was responsible for positioning Philadelphia and the Pennsylvania Convention Center as a world-class destination to international audiences. Danielle is a co-founder of a startup focused on the patient services called Hospitality and co-founder of PLA's Made, a fully volunteer program that encourages the production and buying of locally made items inspired by the National Makers Movement. A graduate of Temple University's Communication School, she has been an instructor in the tourism and communication schools as well. We're truly honored to have her here with us. Please welcome our distinguished speaker, Ms. Danielle Cohn.
Hey! How's everyone? First of all, welcome to Philadelphia. I'm only going to speak for like 50 minutes. No, for 1 minute. So welcome to Philadelphia. We're so excited for you to be here. I am with Comcast, and Comcast is thrilled to be the sponsor of PennApps. I'm an entrepreneur myself, but also have the amazing opportunity every day to celebrate entrepreneurship within Comcast. And I know you're going to be doing some fun stuff with our products. And we have a lot of teams and mentors here to help. But really just wanted to welcome you. Hope that you have a great time. How many of you are from Philadelphia? By a show of hands? Yay! So I'm sure those of you who are from Philadelphia have seen the Comcast Center. Everyone else, you should go check it out at 17th and JFK while you're traveling down to Nerd Street, which is the street that I live on, so maybe I'll see you there. And we have a second building going up, so we're going to have lots of jobs when you graduate. So that's another big opportunity. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Again, we're really excited for you to be in Philadelphia, and hope you have a great weekend.
Hey guys, now please allow me to announce some of the big sponsors of PennApps, and they're going to present their APIs and resources available to hackers this weekend.
There we go. What's going on, PennApps? We're EveryBlock. We're a Comcast project. Thank you, Danielle, and Comcast for sponsoring PennApps Winter 2015. Just a little overview about EveryBlock. We gather, organize, and publish geolocated content at the neighborhood and city block level. Currently, we're operating in 5 markets: Philly, Boston, Chicago, Denver, and Houston. Give us a location, and we'll tell you what's happening. This weekend, we're going to be sponsoring a hack of our content API. We're giving away 4 GoPro Hero 4s, courtesy of Comcast. And basically, we're looking for you guys to help us use our app. We're looking for third-party plugins on content management systems, WordPress, Joomla, Drupal. We're looking for mobile apps, visualizations. So what I thought I'd do is go over the content API a little bit with you guys. So here we have Penn zip code 19104. We're showing you the showing you the timeline. There we go. Showing you the timeline of everything that's happening. So that's the beach, right? That's where we'd all like to be. So showing you the timeline of what's happening at Penn right now. No, what's happening within the zip code 19104 in Philadelphia. So take that information, put it into an app, put it into a visualization, integrate it with Facebook apps or Google Maps. Hopefully my screen will come back. Just give me a second. There we go. So let me pull this over here. There we go. Sorry about that. So that's our API. So what's in our API? We have content, obviously. Content's broken down by metro, by news item, and by schema. News items, all news items have certain things in common. They have a title, a date, a location, a human-readable longitude and latitude, and a schema and a publication date. News may have schema attributes, which are key-valued or structured data. And we have location types. So how do we get onto the API? First, you're going to have to sign up for an EveryBlock account. Go to everyblock.com. Second, you're going to have to register as a developer. everyblock.com/developers. Sign in, give us your first name, last name, email address, create a project, it'll generate a key. You'll have access to it. Review our documentation, talk to our mentors who are here, and create a project. So we're hoping that you will generate useful, interesting, and creative visualization statistics. We're also looking, as I said, for content or for plugins from third-party content management systems like WordPress, Drupal, or Joomla. Build a mobile app that leverages the EveryBlock Content API and integrate the Content API with the various platforms that are out there, Facebook apps or Google Maps. So talk to our mentors, hit us up on Twitter at everyblock.com, and we'll see your projects on Sunday. Thank you very much.
Okay. How you doing, guys? Everybody ready to hack? Come on, give me some energy. Are you guys ready to hack? Okay, I'm gonna keep this quick. I'll tell you about the Bloomberg Open API, but first, let me tell you about myself. My name is Peter. I'm a full-time soccer player and a part-time software developer at Bloomberg. At least that's how I like to say it. I've been with the company for a long time. If you like soccer and you need a break from hacking, please find me at our table. So Bloomberg is basically the biggest software company on Wall Street. We provide financial data and analytics to banks, hedge funds, and pretty much every institution around the world. So how do we do that? We specifically have 2 types of SDKs that you guys can use during this weekend. The first one, we call it the Open API. So what is the Open API? The Open API is our native APIs available in those languages that you see on the slide in pretty much all the major platforms. Now, the second type of SDK is a brand new one and has been developed on top of the Open API, and this is called the HTTP API. So this one is super simple. All you gotta do is you just make an HTTP request to a dedicated Bloomberg server, and the Bloomberg server will give you back a JSON data of the financial information that you requested. So I put up a simple example on the slide. So what we have here is the HTTP request regarding Big Mac prices between 1998 and 2015. And if you look at the response, you see that it's in JSON format, and you see how the Big Mac has changed in price over time. Now, with that, I told you I'm going to keep it short. I encourage everybody to come by and say hi at our table. We have a bunch of free stuff to give away. We can also provide you with access keys to our APIs. Our main prize is a Fitbit activity monitor. And of course, come by and talk to me about soccer. Thanks.
Good evening. My name is Scott Draves. I'm here from 2 Sigma to tell you a few things about the Beaker notebook, which is a data scientist laboratory. So it's really an open source tool for data analysis and visualization. And the good news is that 2 Sigma is sponsoring a $1,000 cash prize for the coolest notebook made with Beaker. So what is a notebook? Well, in Beaker, it's basically, our model is the scientist's laboratory notebook. So that piece of a book, essentially, probably with graph paper that you write in with a pen. But we've translated that idea to modern technology and the web. So in your notebook, you can have text, you can have code, you can have spreadsheets, you can have graphs, you can have images. It's pretty much a free-form multimedia and coding environment. And what's really interesting, and it runs in your web browser, and what's really interesting about Beaker is the coding part. I know that's why you're all here. And with Beaker, the coding is polyglot. And so we don't, you can program in almost any language. We support these 10 languages, and actually the latest version also supports Scala and Java. And multiple languages is really useful because each language that is out there is really good at doing different things. And sometimes different people like different languages. And with Beaker, you can work with somebody who wants to use a different language, or you can do different parts of your notebook and solve different parts of your problem. And each part you can solve in the language which is most natural or has the best API for that part of the problem. And not only can you program in multiple languages, but those languages can communicate with each other. So in Beaker, we have a feature called auto-translation, where you can set a variable in one language and then read that variable in another language, and it just works like magic. And so here's an example where in Python, I'm setting beaker.x to 10, and then in JavaScript, I'm using beaker.x plus 1 and getting the value 11. But in Beaker, you're not, of course, limited to just simple scalars. X could be a data frame or an array or a dictionary or a complex data structure. And so here's the kind of thing that you can do combining Python and JavaScript to make a D3 animation all on one page. Here's like interactive charts, all sorts of, you can combine Python 2 and Python 3 in the same notebook. And once again, we're offering a $1,000 cash prize for the coolest notebook. Go to beaker.notebook.com to get started. And if you want to run a pre-release version that has more features, go to the FAQ, go to the end, download the pre-release, because it's even better, although it hasn't been tested quite as much. So you can reach me, spot@draves.org, or look at our tweet stream for a demo video. Thank you very much.
Hey guys, we're from Capital One. My name is Sean. This is Mike and Jared, and we like to think of ourselves as a tech company that happens to run a bank. We're super excited to be here, and we try to think of the best way to capture our assignment. And we thought the best way would be to take a giant selfie together. So I hope you guys would join me in taking a super selfie.
All right, everyone, come on. Technical difficulty. Yeah. That's right. All right. All right, who's up?
All right, go. Mike. You can sit.
Yeah, we tried to get Samuel L. Jackson to come, but sorry, I guess it wasn't in the budget this year. Anyway, we have an API actually that we would love all of you to use to basically pretend like you're the bank and try to come up with some awesome way to use Capital One data to make an awesome mobile or web application. We have built something that's similar to our internal APIs, but it's totally mock data. So it's not real customer information, and it's a way that you guys can kind of pretend like you're the bank and build something cool. We're offering a $250 Amazon gift card per person to the winning team that uses our API. So make sure you guys stop by our booth. There's an email and a phone number right here. You can email and text us, and we'll give you more information.
I'm Jared Alexander. I actually work within Capital One Labs, which is kind of Capital One's innovation lab, which kind of acts like a startup within Capital One. We're working on some really neat stuff. But in general, it's an amazing time to work at Capital One. We're hiring like crazy, both full-time and internship opportunities, and we're utilizing the latest technologies. Myself, I'm working on a Swift application for an iOS app I'm building. We're using Node.js and Mongo on the back end, so definitely not using old classic technologies. We are forward-thinking and forward-looking. Definitely stop by our booth. We're happy to help, whether it's iOS app, Android app, back-end web. We're happy to help. So you can definitely stop by and we'll help you with whatever you need. And good luck and enjoy the weekend and build an awesome banking app for us. And did we talk about prizes?
Yeah, we talked
about
remember,
$250 per team member for Amazon, and we're happy to help. Thank you guys.
So after hearing what our big name sponsors had to say, it's time to introduce our API sponsors, and they're going to talk about what they have for you this weekend. And before that, I would like to say that AWS has decided to give everyone who's here $100 on AWS credit. So let's thank AWS for that. Thank you, AWS. And the link will be posted on my.pennapps.com tonight, where you can go and claim your prize. Thank you.
Hello, PennApps. How's everybody doing? Oh, muy bien. My name's Tony Blank. I'm developer evangelist for Context.io. Show of hands, who's heard of Context.io before? That's a fair amount of you. You guys are my buddies. Everyone else, you're dead to me. I'm just kidding. I'll tell you about the API. So we make it easy to work with email data. So the first step is your user has to give you permission to access their email account. And then once that happens, then you're able to fetch messages, email bodies, attachments, get lists of messages that are either read or unread, and help your users manage all of their email data. So besides playing with the really cool API, why would you want to use Context.io at PennApps? Well, we're giving away a new car. Yeah? Right? Drawing signed by me. I drew that myself. And any one of you, thank you. Thank you very much. If you use the API, and if it's the best use of Context.io, that drawing can be yours. But if you're not a car drawing aficionado like myself, you could get a gadget, Or maybe I'll give you a stack of money. Maybe you like puppies. I will give you a puppy as a prize. Thing is, I have a couple $100 of budget. And so puppies are pretty cheap, not emotionally, just like monetarily. I'll give you 10 puppies. So that might be something to entice you to use the API. Anyway, it's easy to get started. Just visit context.io, hit the orange button, and sign up for a free key. We have an interactive console, so you can play around with the API without writing any code. It's perfect for a hackathon to see if this is an API that'll help you out. And also, we are hiring, so come talk to me if you want to work with the coolest team in tech. Don't talk to any of the other sponsors, just talk to me first. That'd be great. So thank you very much. My name's Tony. I'll be around all weekend. Come ask me any questions you have about Context.io, about anything else. I'm happy to try to help you out. Thank you.
Okay. Maybe my screen's not going to work, but that's okay. So my name's Tammy Buto, and I'm the customer support. Oh, here it is. And I'm the customer support manager at DigitalOcean. This is Jules. She's in our community team. And today I just want to talk to you about DO and how you can use us today at PennApps. So we're super excited to be here. I've heard about PennApps for a long time. You know, I saw it online when I was in Australia, and it's so cool to be here now. So we work in New York, and we've come down, and we're going to be here for the next 3 days. Please come and visit us at our sponsor desk. We're over there, and we've got T-shirts, Red Bull, promo cards, all of that sort of fun stuff. You can also come and ask us any questions that you have about DigitalOcean. We're here, and we're happy to answer all your questions. If you don't want to leave your desk, you can also tweet to us, so please feel free to do that too. And I'll just quickly show you with DigitalOcean. So it's super simple to spin up your own virtual private server. You just click Create Droplet, and you'll be able to choose what you like. So do we have like any Rails developers here? Ruby on Rails? Yep. Node? Yep. Go? Loads. There's so many. I'll go for ages if I keep going. But basically, you can choose which region. So we could go for New York. You can then even choose like what application you want. If you want something that's already spun up, you could just click, say, for instance, Django there. And then it'll actually create it. You can just click to add your SSH keys. It'll make it in less than a minute. And then you'll already be up and running, and it looks like this. And then you can start playing around. And the API is super simple and easy to use. All you have to do is just go into your control panel and then just click on API, and then you just click Generate New Token, and it'll give it to you automatically. We have some really cool articles to help you use the API. There's this one here, which Manicus wrote, and it's awesome. You can follow that to learn how to create droplets, destroy them, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, please come and visit us. And we also just wanted to take a photo of everyone, like waving their arms, and we're going to tweet it too. So we'll see. Jules is going to do that.
Your mom is going to see this.
1, 2, 3. Woo! Thanks so much, everyone. Oh, we have a prize too for the best use of the API. Everyone gets a $100 gift voucher. Thanks. The best.
Hello, PennApps. Oh, come on. You got Red Bull, you got the puppies. I know you didn't get the car, but come on, wake up. Hello, PennApps. All right, that's better. All right, my name is Amit. I am a developer evangelist for a company called Mashry. Show of hands, how many of you already know about Mashry? Awesome. So for those who don't know, Mashry is an API management company. We help companies like ESPN, New York Times, USA Today manage their APIs. That's really fancy, but what does it mean for you? Well, it means you have free access to APIs. APIs, if you're looking for data for movies, you're looking for data for sports, music, even email or videos, you have a bunch of APIs that you can actually play around with. So I'm going to show you one quick demo for the API. you can head over to developer.mastery.com/iodocs. It's a console of sorts which gives you access to API without actually writing a line of code, right? Who here actually loves reading documentation? All right, 2 people here, 3 there. Rest of us, not so much. So this is for you guys. Let's say I want to play around with Rotten Tomatoes API. I have no idea what kind of data is available. So I am going to find out what the opening movies are for this week. And let's change it to just 5. And I'm going to hit the try it button. It makes the live API call, hopefully with the internet. I swear it works. OK, we'll just wait for that and jump into the other stuff that we have. We also have the Intel Edison boards. How many of you are familiar with the Intel Edison boards? Awesome. We will be at the Hardware Labs. So if you want to get your hands on the Intel Edison boards, come see us. For those who don't know, this is what the Edison board form factor looks like. It's a really mini computer with Wi-Fi on board, Bluetooth on board, flash memory on board. And you can, if you already are familiar with Arduino, you can use the same Arduino boards and sketches to build stuff on top of it. Now let's get down to the price. We're giving away the Parrot mini drones with camera. It has Wi-Fi on board, so if that's what you fancy, you get 1 for each team member. Now, if that's not something you like, we can also hook you up with these air hockey tables. And this is something that PennApps loved a year ago, so I'm just going to throw it out also. A bunch of ping pong balls. So you can take your pick. It also comes with a training robot, if that's what you want to play around with. So again, we have over 40 public APIs that you can play around with, developer.mastery.com/APIs. And you can come see us at the Hardware Lab at the Moore Building. I will be here all weekend with my colleagues at the Hardware Labs. If you need any help with APIs, Mastery or otherwise, please come see us. If you need help with the hardware, Intel Edison boards, come see us. Good luck, guys.
Hey, all. My name's Jonathan. I'm a software engineer at MongoDB, and I'm about to give you, MongoDB in 90 seconds or less, so get ready. All right, so what's a database? Database is where you can handle and store data. So if your app handles data, we can help you with that. Can you use MongoDB? Well, that's a good question. Are you writing your hack in Java, JavaScript, Node.js, Python, Ruby, .NET, Perl, PHP, C, C++, Erlang, Haskell, Go, or Scala? Well, then you can use MongoDB. We have drivers in all these languages so that you can talk to our database. Why would you use MongoDB? Well, because our documents are just like objects. It's a lot easier than using a traditional relational database because you can treat your data just the way you treat it in your application. You can nest them, you can hold arrays, and you don't have to waste any time on joins. Best of all, there are no schemas, so your data can change just as quickly as your app changes during a hackathon, which, believe me, I know is pretty quickly. So what's a document? A document just looks like a JavaScript object or a Python dictionary. So here's a really good example. We've got a school, UPenn. It's got its location, and we've got tags on it. Hackathon, Ivy League, cool stuff. I love it. So this is just what you're used to dealing with in your application, and you can store it right in MongoDB as is. You can store strings, numbers, locations, shapes, arrays, subdocuments, and binary data, which, by the way, is just pretty much anything you want. And how do you install it? Well, you can install it with Homebrew. You can install it with apt-get. You can install it with pip, with npm, with Ruby gems. And you can even just download it at mongodb.org. So we are hiring. You can totally apply at mongodb.com/careers. I'm going to be here all weekend. Hit me up for help. My name's Jonathan. I'll be in the engineering cafe. We also got an IRC channel set up at Freenode. It's a double hash MongoDB-PennApps. We've got more than just me on there looking to help you out. So if you need anything, feel free to hit us up.
Hey guys, I'm Kirby. This weekend, Namecheap is giving away free .me domains to everyone. So to get a free .me domain, just go to pennapps.nc.me. So no matter what you make this weekend, everyone should just make a domain on .me, and then it'll be good. If you do make a really awesome .me domain, you have a chance of winning $250 of Namecheap credits. So you can get tons and tons and tons of domains. We also have discounts on other domains like .com for $5 for a whole year. IO for $25, which is normally like 75 bucks. So that's also a great deal. And you can get .club for 99 cents. So remember, PennApps.nc.me, register a domain. Thanks.
Give it up for Kirby, he's awesome. Hey guys, my name is Thomas. I work for Pebble, and I'm super excited to be back at PennApps. Last year was amazing, and I'm sure this year will be amazing just as well. So for those of you who don't know, Pebble is a smartwatch. It gives you notifications on your wrist. If you're on Android, you can even reply to your notifications. And you can run apps. So my colleague here, Aiko, is going to show us some example of cool apps that you can run on Pebble. But Pebble is better than most smartwatch, to be honest with you. It has an amazing 7-day battery life. It has a compass, so you can actually use it outdoors. It has a beautiful screen that works perfectly inside and outside, so that your app will still be useful tomorrow when you leave and you see the sun again. And it also is waterproof, so you can actually go diving with your Pebble. So I can't wait to see some cool diving apps. Another big feature of Pebble is its SDK. The SDK has been available for Pebble for almost 2 years now, and it's very mature. There's lots of examples, lots of ways to program your Pebble using C, JavaScript, and there's nothing to install to get started. So my colleague Aiko is showing you how to use cloudpebble.net, which is a completely web-based environment, nothing to install on your computer. You can do it on your iPad or on any tablet. And one of the new features of this SDK that we're super happy to show you this weekend at PennApps is that we now have an emulator that's embedded inside the SDK. So the emulator is running in the top left corner, and for those of you who are interested, it's actually a QEMU running on a Heroku farm and streaming a real Pebble firmware images through VNC to your browser. So that's pretty cool. So with Pebble, you can build a lot of different types of apps. You can build games. You can build watch faces that are showing you what's going on the internet. You can remote control an iOS or an Android app. And if you're into hardware hacks, you can just as well very easily connect to a Raspberry Pi or your Arduino on the local network. If you do not have a Pebble yet, we brought a bunch of Pebble with us. We will be selling them for $50. Come see us on our booth. We will be on the second floor. We're super excited to be here. We're geeks. We're here to hack with you. That's why we like doing this on the weekends. So please come talk to us. Thank you very much.
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah. I work for Postmates. So if you haven't heard of Postmates, we are a delivery service that enables anyone to get anything delivered in their city in under an hour. So a lot of people use our iPhone app or our Android app to get food delivered from restaurants, to get groceries delivered, to get anything they can think of delivered in their city. But the reason we're here today is because we just recently launched our API, and we really want to see what you guys can build on top of our API. So using our API, you can incorporate our on-demand delivery into your app. So you can build an app that delivers burritos to people in under an hour, or textbooks, or whatever you can think of. So check it out at postmates.com/developer. We'll also have a booth, and we'll be here all weekend to help you get set up and get started. And if that's not incentive enough, if you like money, we're giving away $5,000 in cold hard cash to the winning team. So the team that builds the best app on the Postmates API, you don't have to win the entire hackathon. You just have to build the best Postmates app. And any team that wants to build something on Postmates will give you $250 in free delivery credits, so you can actually just test out real deliveries without worrying about spending your own money. So please check it out.
Hi, everyone. And I'm Katie Bolin. I work at Spark Capital. Spark's a venture capital firm that invests in startups led by creative thinkers. And we've invested in over 100 companies to date, including Twitter, Stack Exchange, Trello, Warby Parker, ophthalmic labs, of course, Postmates, part of why we're here today. And then, of course, if anybody's looking to take a break later and is, or some point this weekend, is interested in working at one of our portfolio companies, come stop by, talk to me at the Spark Capital/Postmates table. Thanks.
What up, PennApps? Come on. So, fun fact, this is my 90th hackathon in 3 years, so I'm really happy to be here and mentoring you guys and sponsoring, so look me up if you need some help this weekend. My name is Angel Rivera. I work for Point.io, and I want to ask everyone to participate in doing something nice right now. Can you pull out your phones, and if you have a Twitter account, get it ready so for when I'm done with my pitch, we can do something really nice for someone today? So, again, I'm Angel from Point.io. I'm going to talk to you about API Doc. So let's see. I hate these slides. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't have enough time to give you a demo. So basically, Point.io, we're a middleware platform that basically gives you access to all of your storage through a RESTful API. So you don't have to learn Google Drive or OneDrive, Microsoft OneDrive, or Dropbox, right? You can use my API, and it's a normalized API, so it's basically wraps around and integrates all of those other storage providers. So basically, you can use our platform to do those types of things. Again, here's some more slidey stuff, right? The one I want you to take away from this is basically build your apps faster so that if you want to add functionality to upload, download files or look at files, right, you can use the features of our API. Also, one of the really cool things we have is you can share your content securely through links, right, without having to pay that fee from some of those storage providers, kind of bypass all that. If you want to get started, just go to http.point.io/hack. And again, we're hiring, right? So I got a lot of internships going on from UPenn here and Drexel. We're at 3401 Market Street for those of you guys that are local. And this is what I want you to do. Do a nice little hashtag #GetWellPauline for a fellow hacker of ours whose wife is recovering from surgery. So I think that's something really nice we could do. Thank you, guys. I'm out.
Hello, PennApps. How are you doing? Good. Okay. We are an unconventional startup. We are working on garments. So Sensoria, it's a startup based in Seattle, Washington, making smart garments, embedding textile-based sensors into what we wear. So we have a bunch of products that we have on the market, available online on our website and on Amazon. In particular, we have T-shirts and bras with heart monitoring capabilities. And we have a sock with pressure sensors in the fabric that can detect pressure happening on the plantar area of the foot, plus an anklet, which is a device with Bluetooth capabilities, flexible, sticks on the sock, and gets data out of the sock. The 3 sensors on the pressure points and an accelerometer. So what we do with this, we have a product for runners, so we get this data in raw format, we transform it, we detect steps, cadence, we detect landing technique, so we can tell the runner what he's doing in real time. But for developers, this is also a cool tool to hack with, because you can get raw data out of the anklet and get this data and make something useful in additional scenarios. Think about golf, shift of balance. Think about a dance application, or even in the healthcare space, monitoring fall detection and things like that. So I hope you guys want to check it out and work with that. So if we can switch on the phone for a second, let me put a sock on. Which, of course, I already have. I'm just putting on the anklet. And, OK. Pair with this guy. And now you can see under my foot, as I move, I get data out of it. So when I go for a run, now I can get telemetry. So if I take in steps, you can see that I get information about the step happenings, the foot contact, the cadence, how my technique is going on. And this can also become an actual feedback visual audio into the music while I'm listening to my music. So again, this is the consumer scenario we are actually doing, but you can hack with this thing and make up new scenarios. Switch back, please. So we have a challenge, the best sensorial hack, original user experience, integration with other interesting APIs you're seeing today. We want to see running code, not just mockups. So if you come to our table in the living area, there is a sponsor hallway there. We are over there. We'll be here over the weekend. We can give you a loaner for hacking with it. We have a very limited quantity, unfortunately, so first come, first served. And here are some examples of the apps you could think about. A cycling application, a fall detection for elderly patient, any type of rehabilitation app where you can actually show the user what he's doing. Think about even stuff more less intuitive, like these sensors can actually be embedded anywhere. So imagine have these in a car seat and detect things with the driver. Or the imagination is your limit. So the price is a sensorial developer kit, which comes with hardware and code. We have code for get you started on Android, iOS, OS X, Windows. So we'll get you going. And if you cannot find us, you can tweet at Sensoria Fitness. And we are also hiring, so we're looking forward to get your resumes if you're interested. Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Jonathan. I'm an engineer at Spotify. Who here has heard of Spotify? That's what I thought. So I actually work at the Echo Nest, which is Spotify's music intelligence division. So Spotify and the Echo Nest have a bunch of different APIs, mobile SDKs, and libraries in many languages that your app can use to stream music, get information about music, and automatically remix music. For example, there we go. For example, from the Echo Nest Song API, you can get detailed musical information about every beat of 30 million songs. So timbre information, pitch information, rhythm information about every song. So Remix is the internet synthesizer. So these are Python and JavaScript libraries for automatically remixing music with Python and JavaScript. So here are a few examples of what you can do with our APIs. This is Musical Popcorn, which is exploring, musical genre space. Sorry. There we go. All right. So then this is the Bonhamizer, which you can use to add Led Zeppelin drums to any song. Here is an app that manipulates audio by reversing every single beat in a song. It just turns the whole song around. Oh, sorry. Oops. Well, screwed that one up. Let me try again. There we go. Lady Gaga apparently sounds exactly the same backwards. This is Infinite Jukebox. So this is it allows you to remix a song so that it lasts forever. Come talk to me if you want to find out how it works. And then finally, if you use our APIs in an interesting and unique hack, then we might give you some fancy headphones and a Spotify premium subscription. So I'll be here all weekend. Come talk to me. If you want to nerd out about music, about weird music, please come talk to me. All right, that's it.
Hi, I'm Oliver. I'm with Zigeo. We have an API for video recording and playback. So if you want to get user-generated content on your website and app, both mobile, desktop, native, this is the easiest way to do it. We record the videos for you. It's just one line of code that you add to your website or app. We stream it to our servers. We host it. We transcode it to different resolutions. Also extract interesting metadata about the videos, and you can play them back wherever you want. Without further ado, I give you a quick demo so you see what I'm talking about. So this is a website, mobile, this is Safari. So our recorder, it's CSS-based. You can style it any way you like. You click record. And yeah, so let's do a quick test recording. Hi, PennApps. Let's do this. All right. It uploads to our servers. You can play it back anywhere you like. We're giving out an API prize for the best integration of Zigio, Amazon gift certificates over $300. I'm at the developers cafeteria the whole weekend. Come see me. That's it. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, my name is Benjamin. I'm here from eBay, which means I'm also here from Venmo. Thanks, UPenn, for putting that together. First of all, I'd like to just thank you for being here. It's wonderful. You're going to spend a weekend to come and be creative. You could do anything else with yourself. Now, the currency of the hacker is the idea. You will be judged for your ideas. One day, Jeff Bezos is going to die in a freak drone accident, and one of you is going to take his place. And it's not going to be because your parents have a lot of money. It's because you have great ideas, and because you're going to go out and change the world. And so I'd like to tell you about one of my favorite ideas and my favorite hacks. Well, my favorite hack is Stuxnet, but my second favorite hack used the eBay API. And what it did was it was a tiny box. It was an Arduino. It had a Wi-Fi shield on it, and it used the eBay API to sell itself. So someone would buy it for $1, and then it would get shipped to someone's house, and they'd plug it into the wall, and it would connect to an open Wi-Fi network, and it would sell itself for $2. And the designer kept $1, and the person who bought it got to keep $1. And it kept selling itself and selling itself. And $1.3 million later, the developer of that application is a millionaire. So that's something that you can create this weekend. It's enabled through the eBay API. Please go out and do it. Top that guy's idea. Impress me, and I'll take you out for a drink. Or a smoothie or something. Thanks a bunch, and have a great weekend.
All right, guys. I would like to thank all the sponsors that made this PennApps happen. Can we please have a grand applause to everyone? Well, thank you. And now, I would like to invite Chris Beyer. He's the head of hardware PennApps, and he can tell you more about the hardware we have here.
Hey guys, they're getting this stuff ready. But you know, if you want to make a self-selling Arduino, you need some hardware. So I'll be telling you guys about that. All right, so everything you need to know about hardware is going to be online at hardware.pennapps.com. So go there if you have any questions. Most of your stuff will be answered there. Our parts checkout is going to be opening at 8 right after this. That's in Weiss Tech House in Levine on the 2nd floor. All hardware will be first come, first serve, so please try to show up early. We also have an intro to hardware talk. This is going to be an intro to Arduino where the instructor is going to teach you how to make a maraca. So that's going to be pretty cool. That's at 8:30 in Wunchen, right next to where you get your food. So you guys can just get food and head over there, learn how to make some hardware. And also this time we're bringing back laser cutting, and we also have 3D printing. We just found out today. So go to hardware.pennapps.com to figure out more about that. We'll be running that all day tomorrow and a little bit tonight. So we'll see what you guys can make with that. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Chris. I'd like to invite now Mitt. He's the head of health at PennApps, and he'll tell you about the resources available about health.
So really excited to be doing health again. It's the second time we've done it. We have some incredible sponsors that I wanted to tell you about. Can we get the next slide up here? Yep, great. So you can find updates and info. Follow our hashtag PennAppsHealth. We'll be sending out information there. And if you need to connect with any of our sponsors or our mentors. A word about our mentors. We have about 10 physicians coming over from the hospital system here to provide some insight about cardiology, radiology, and mental health professionals. So we have over on town on the first floor, you can find a health booth right next to Sensoria, and you can also find us with Oscar and Independence Blue Cross. find some of our mentors if you have specific questions on health and medicine. We'll be doing a checkout for the Muse and the Sensoria devices right after dinner. So come by around 8 o'clock if you're interested in working with the Muse, and you can find the Sensoria guys close by. You can check out our prizes should be getting up on Challenge Post. We have one overall health prize, which is Apple Watches for the winning team. And you can also find awesome prizes from Oscar and Sensoria Muse, and you've heard some of them already. So the last thing I wanted to do is just over the next, we had a bunch of people come for a health symposium earlier this afternoon. If you couldn't make it, try and find one of us. We're putting up some of the videos, so you can find those on Twitter, same hashtag. And the last thing is just think about times like the last time you visited a doctor, or if you've had a loved one who's had a major health event, cancer, diabetes, struggles with obesity or smoking. These are really big problems that we need your help solving them. And it's in rooms like this that we'll solve those problems. So find us. We have great mentors, and we're excited to work with you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mitt. Finally, I'd like to invite Pranav. He's going to give you some really important information about logistics at PennApps, so please pay attention.
What's up, guys? So they told the person in the penguin suit to make all the important, serious announcements. So I figured the best way to start this off is by giving you more penguins, right? So we've given you plushies. Everyone's got a penguin plushie, hopefully. So how do we up that? We're going to be throwing some inflatable penguins into the crowd. Who's excited for that? Who wants some? Woo! Oh! Woo! All right. Hopefully that was exciting enough and will be enough to keep you awake while I go through all the boring stuff. So to start with, we're going to be making a whole bunch of announcements about different stuff over the course of the weekend, whether it's just meals, whether it's side events, whether it's really, really, really awesome stuff like ice skating. So please either follow us at PennApps or like just keep an eye on it. Just keep checking it. Like we're not trying to up a follower count here. Just keep checking. Or just walk into Levine Lobby and you'll see our PennApps feed there. We will be sending out text messages for those of you that gave us your number at check-in so that you stay up to date with stuff. Going to my.pennapps.com will now redirect to PennApps Live. That's just a whole bunch of sort of important links. It's going to have most of the important stuff I talk about now there, so you can just go there. It has our Twitter feed. It has the schedule. What's up next will be highlighted. What's happening right now will be highlighted. So that's good. Wi-Fi should be really, really good this weekend. We have a couple of things. If you have like a DNS set up on your computer, then you will not get redirected to our login page. So just get rid of the DNS and everything should be fine. Wait about an hour because everyone's going to be trying to log in at the same time. So in the next hour, if you've not gotten the Wi-Fi, if something's still wrong, please come by Town 108, ask a volunteer, we'll fix the Wi-Fi for you. Be patient in food lines. There's a code of conduct at my.pennapps.com. Take a look at that. We obviously expect everyone here will respect that and sort of be in the spirit of a hackathon. We will be doing our expo using Challenge Post. It's PennApps2015w.challengepost.com. Please make sure you sign up for a Challenge Post account and start working on your draft for the final expo early, and make sure you submit it in time, obviously, by 9:30 a.m. on Sunday. Mentoring, we have a lot of mentors this time. I think there's like, there you go. That's one of the 60+ mentors we have, so it should be really good. You can find them at my.pennapps.com/mentor. There's a whole directory. You can search by skills, you can search by languages, frameworks, and you'll find contact information for the mentors. The Mentor Center is the engineering cafe. That's between Town and Levine. So you will always have to walk through there if you want to get food. So that's why we placed the mentors there. We have a team formation thing happening in Wuhan, which is right next to where you get food, so you could just like pick up your food and go into Wuhan if you don't have a team yet. We have workshops starting from 8:30 and another set of workshops at 9:30. They're going to be really amazing. They're being hosted by some incredibly, incredibly awesome teachers and hackers, so they'll be really useful if you want to do any of that stuff. Also, if you want help from Apple, just shoot an email to code@apple, and I believe they're going to be helping out remotely. Social media, if you're not already on it, the PennApps Winter 2015 Participants Group is a really good place to find teammates or just post stuff about PennApps. We're going to be doing PennApps Admirers again. It's basically just a way to sort of share stories about everyone else, about your experience at PennApps, just anonymously to the Facebook page. Just share your thoughts. It's a lot of fun. You can just submit stuff at admirers.pennapps.com, and we will put it up on the Facebook page. There's also a Facebook page for Humans of PennApps, which is, if you haven't guessed already, kind of like Humans in New York. But we'll be looking at you guys, all you amazing hackers. So there should be some really good pictures and stories about all of you. And really do look out for PennApps people going around just looking to profile you guys. Anything you do on social media, do try and hashtag it with PennApps, really. Hashtag PennApps, easy to remember. There's a Hackinger hunt happening. So there's posters all over our hacking spaces, and there's just stuff on them that you've got to decode. And you can find more details at hh.pennapps.com. There's also just lots of posters with penguins around, which are kind of fun. Other fun stuff, posters of penguins, I just said that. There's a Smash tournament happening in Greenberg Lounge all weekend. So that should be exciting. There's one person excited there. There's ice skating tonight at midnight. That's going to be amazing. Everyone should go ice skating when you're not hacking. Like, do try to hack as well, but you should go ice skating. It's going to be really cool. We'll also have all the standard stuff. We have some surprises in store. Saturday afternoon. It says so on the schedule as well. It just says surprise, so I guess you'll find out. MHacks. MHacks is this weekend as well. And we're going to be doing some video crossovers. We might have a live sort of video chat, virtual window kind of thing with them tomorrow. We're working on making that happen. The MLH live stream of both PennApps and MHacks is going to be on Sunday, so you should share that with all of your friends who are not here or who just couldn't make it to either hackathon. It's going to be really amazing. It's going to have sort of profiles of the best hacks from both places. It's going to be really well produced and on the front page of Twitch, so it's kind of a big deal. Also, I guess speaking of MHacks, they haven't had their opening ceremony yet, so what do you guys think about sort of recording a short clip for us to send over to them that they can play at their opening ceremony? Yeah? So Swift got you to practice the wave at the start, didn't he? I think this is a good time to sort of use that. So I think we have Derek here. Derek's going to take a video. We're going to say, hey, guys, we're live from PennApps. And we just wanted to say hi. And then we're just going to pan around the entire room. So we want a really, really kick-ass wave, OK? You've got to make this happen. So
just one thing, remember to scream.
All right. Does this work? It does. It does work. Awesome. All right. So let's go around. You guys think this is good? This works? Next to the banner. How do you like the banners? Yeah. All right. So are we good to go, Derek? Yeah. Hey, guys. We're live from PennApps opening ceremony. And I guess...
And we just wanted to say hi to everyone over there.
How was that? Good cut? Awesome. Good job, guys. Good job. You killed it. You killed it. Oh, and we have more hacking space this time. So we usually just hack in the engineering quad, but this time we've got education commons as well. It's right across the road, and it's really, really, really cool. There's all these amazing rooms and couches. Guys, can you please stay here? Yeah, please sit down. We're not done yet. Sorry. Yeah. I know. Sucks, doesn't it? It's going to take another minute, and then you'll be out of here, so bear with me. We have more hacking space. Education Commons is great. And Before we let you go, I want to call Swift, who's the commissioner, I believe. I don't know what you... Commissioner. Okay, MOH.
Yeah. What is up, PennApps? Okay, a little bit better. They call me Swift, and I'm from this little outfit called Major League Hacking. How many people heard of Major League Hacking before? Oh, a few of you, okay. So for those of you who have not heard of Major League Hacking, we run the world's official student hackathon league. Now, every semester, hundreds of student hackathons go on across the world, and Major League Hacking is the organization that supports all of those. We got a lot of awesome stuff in store for you this weekend, and I will tell you about all of that. But before I do, I just want to tell a brief story that I tell at the beginning of most hackathons. Sorry if you've heard this before. So I believe that hackathons stand for inclusivity. And what does that mean? It means that each person in this room has the power to change someone else's life just by being here. Now, when I was in high school, ready to go to college, I was not a programmer. I ran a small landscaping company in my hometown, and it was a great job. But when I was off to college at Rutgers, my parents said to me, hey, you're not going to be able to take those lawnmowers with you to the dorm room. You're going to need a new job. And I thought about it a little bit, and I realized that they were probably correct. So like any young, enterprising college student like yourselves, I went on the Rutgers job board, and I sorted the jobs by how much they paid. And I clicked the one at the very top, and it happened to be a programming job. I'd never programmed before in my life, but I applied for this job on a whim. And they gave it to me. And it was writing accounting software. Yeah, right. That's the best part. I was writing accounting software in PHP, believe it or not. Why you would ever hire somebody who's never programmed to write accounting software or to do PHP, I don't know. But so I did it, and I did it for a number of years, but I didn't identify as a hacker, and it wasn't something I told people about. The crowd I ran with definitely didn't go to hackathons. In fact, student hackathons hadn't even started at that time, and I didn't really tell people I programmed because it was not cool. This whole startup thing was not a thing yet, and I was kind of embarrassed about it. So fast forward a couple of years, it was wintertime, and we were building an igloo in my backyard, and I had to leave to go to work. And one of my housemates at the time said, hey, what happened to Swift? And my current roommate of the time ratted me out, and he said, oh, he's in his room programming, that's what he does. So this particular housemate came running to my room, burst into my door, and said, dude, I hear you program. I'm going to this thing tomorrow called a hackathon. You have to come with me. And I was like, oh, you got the wrong guy. I do not program. Like, sorry, man. But he figured me out, and he brought me to my first hackathon, and that was Hackin' Y in the spring of 2010. That was really early days. And before that, I wanted to be a lawyer. But when we went home, I looked myself in the mirror after having stayed up all night building an app, and I said, that was awesome. Forget being a lawyer, I'm going to be a programmer. And I switched to CS. And now I'm standing on this stage. Life changed. I could have been a lawyer. I've been to hundreds of hackathons at this point in my life. And all it took was one person to invite me to come. One person to take an interest in my ability to build things and to shape the future. Now, every person in this room has a mission. Your mission is to take that same power of being the catalyst for change in someone's life and apply it this weekend. If you see somebody hacking by themselves in a corner, go up to them, ask them what they're working on. I think we all know that hackathons are something that can change lives. How many people is your first hackathon right now? Raise your hand if this is your first one. Let's give it up for them. All right, so enough seriousness. Let me talk about some of the fun stuff we've got going on this weekend. Some of it's been spoiled already, but that's all right. So, first off, by the way, this is my 8th PennApps. How crazy is that? I think the only person who's been to more in this room is probably Dave Jagoda over there. Let's give it up for Dave. He's been to a lot of PennApps. How many? 10. 10 PennApps. Let's give it up for Dave. A little bit louder this time, maybe. All right. So, every MLH event gets some really awesome hardware, and not just awesome hardware, but the latest and greatest hardware for you guys to check out and hack on. We brought 50 Oculus Rifts here for you guys to hack on. You can just go and check that out at the hardware lab. We've got about 50 Mayos for you guys to check out and hack on. Pebbles, Tessels, Arduinos, Leap Motions, Alienwares, Dell monitors, Spark cores, tons of other awesome stuff. All you need to do is go to the hardware lab, give them your ID. You can check it out and hack on it for free this weekend. We also have some prizes for first place. They get an awesome Dell prize pack. We have a gaming lounge that we brought here. There's a Steam machine over by where the Smash Bros. Stuff is going on. You can play on that all weekend. After dinner on Saturday, we're going to be running some awesome hacker games. If anybody has played any of the hacker games last season, a couple of people, yeah, they're a lot of fun. We'll be doing that after dinner on Saturday. There's lots of awesome prizes. We have a super secret special swag surprise for you guys tonight that I think you're going to all be very interested in. I think we might give it away around midnight over by the MOH space, so stay tuned for that. And then we have the live stream on Sunday, which is going to be on the front page of Twitch, which is pretty incredible. So definitely share that. If you ever want to explain to your parents what a hackathon is, this might be a good opportunity to send them a link and have them take a look. Because the truth is, all of us in this room know exactly what that is. But my mom will be tuning in for the first time on Sunday to find out what a hackathon is and see what I do with my time. So you should do the same. Anyway, last thing I want to do is give it up for the organizers, because the truth is you have no idea how much work goes into this, and the PennApps crew does a fantastic job putting on this event semester after semester after semester. So let's give them the biggest round of applause we possibly can. I could not think of a finer group of students to put on this event. Happy hacking, everybody. I'll see you this weekend.
All right, guys. That's pretty much the end of the opening ceremony. I have a few things that I've been told I need to say. So no alcohol, drugs, and tobacco in the buildings. We will confiscate it if you were dumb enough to bring some, then you probably should. I'm going to stop there. Here's a map, or not anymore, I guess. There was a map there of the entire engineering quad and education commons and where we are now at Irvine. That will be helpful to you. It's also on PennApps Live. And that's all we have for you. Happy hacking. We have the map.